Good morning, everyone. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon to everyone. So, for today's topic or for today's agenda or today's lesson is we are going to talk about the case research activity in our program or in our course language programs and policies in multilingual society. So, before we start is I'm going to tell to you guys that the type of my case research activity is a language policy on diverse society. So, by the way, my name is Jonel Hernandez Lanuzo from BSED 22E. So, I'm going to be your presenter tonight. So, let's move on. So the number one is the title and the author. So, the first thing first is the title and author. So, the title of my research or the study that I found that is related to my topic or to my type of research, which is the language policy on diverse society, is the interplay between language ideologies and a mother tongue based multilingual education or MTBMLE policy implementation here in the Philippines by Miss Yvonne Pedria Velasco. So, a quick background check for Miss Yvonne Pedria Velasco. She is a professor from De La Salle University. So, I found this um, research or study in Google Scholar, which she is the main or she is the author of this um, s- research, this study. So, next one is the program type. So the program type of the study is the mother tongue based multilingual education or MTBMLE policy in the Philippines. So the mother tongue based multilingual education is a depth ed orders number 3, which is a series of 2012. In this program or in this policy, it is a it is a program that uses a student's mother tongue as a primary language of a or medium of instruction in a early grades. So the next here is the location and the learners in this study. So basically the study is conducted in two urban school districts in the Philippines. So the learners are elementary students, which is grade 1 up to 3. So basically the goals of this study is the MTBMLE program aims to use students' mother tongues as the medium of instruction in early grades to improve comprehension and learning outcomes. So the next one here is the teaching methods, which is the teachers use a mix of Hiligaynon, Filipino, and English, despite the policy's emphasis on the mother tongues. Some teachers practice translanguaging, blending language strategically to aid understanding. So basically, the teacher here they used the mix of Hiligaynon, Filipino, and English as a medium of instruction to the students. So some of teachers practice trans language, but the other teachers they blend language strategically to that they use to in mode of instruction, especially in the mode of lesson or talking to the students. So the next one here is the challenges and the success. So the challenges here in this study is the teachers struggled with a lack of standardized academic terminology in Hiligaynon. So basically, the teachers are struggled because, for example, me, if I'm going to if I'm going to tell or to do a lesson in my students with the use of Hiligaynon, which is I'm not familiar with. So I'm going to struggle because I don't have any terminologies or studies, or I don't learn any languages in that specific language. So the second challenges here is they believe that the mother tongue based could hinder a students' English proficiency rather, affecting their future opportunities. Yes, because if they only going to use their native language, is they can really afford to go specifically in some of the countries, or for example, so just like here in Manila, commonly the main language that they use is the English language. So they believe that MTBMLE could hinder students' English proficiency because English is often seen as essential for higher education, for example, in employment and also in global communication. So, in that, they worry that focusing too much on the mother tongue early might delay the students' English learning, and it can also limit their competitiveness in later in life. So the number three here is there were concerns about inadequate teacher training and resources. Why? Because without the proper training and resources, teachers may also struggle to effectively implement this type of program, which is the MTBMLE, or the mother tongue based, that can also lead to poor instruction and confusion amongst the students. And it can also lower the learning outcomes. So this can weaken the quality of education and hinder the students' overall progress. So the next one here is the successes. So some teachers observed that using the mother tongue made students more engaged and vocal in class. So basically, the statement is right. So why? Because excuse me, some teachers observe that when the students were taught using their native or language, or their mother tongue, they became more engaged and willing to speak up in class because they are confident. So by this was because learning in a familiar language made it easier for them to understand lessons and express rather their thoughts clearly, that they can boost their confidence and participation here or in the classroom setup. So the number two successes here is excuse me, the mother tongue based multilingual education can encourage cultural identity and local language preservations. Yes, because MLE, or the mother tongue based, not only help students to learn better but also encourage them to appreciate their own culture and heritage. So by using local languages in the classroom, it supported the preservation of these languages. So it also strengthened the students' sense of identity and pride in their community. So the next one here is the lesson learned. So for the lesson learned, so for the number one is the teachers play a crucial role in shaping language policy implementation. A rigid MTBMLE approach may not fully account for multilingual classroom realities. So here, the teachers are the key in making the language policies work effectively. Why? Because they directly interact with the students and they adapt teaching methods. However, a strict MTB MLE approach might overlook the fact that many classrooms have students that can speak multi languages, so they make it challenging to apply one fixed method to everyone. So the next one here is the policy should consider integrating English earlier to address concerns about future employability and academic success. So This is to better prepare students for future opportunities. So this policy should include introducing English earlier in the curriculum. So this would help address worries about students' abilities to succeed academically and in the job market, where English proficiency is often important. So the abstract of this study is this study based on Sutton and Levinson's socio-cultural approach to policy examines the experience and collective language beliefs of 25 teachers implementing implementing the MTBMLE policy in two urban schools district here in the Philippines. Using mixed methods, the research explores how teacher beliefs shape policy enactment. Findings indicate that teachers' language ideologies significantly influence how they adapt the policy. Some accommodate, others negotiate, and some resist due to pedagogical challenges. So the study highlights that teachers are active agents in policy implementation, not just passive learn followers by revealing their deeply held beliefs. The research offers insight for MTBMLE policy reform. So the main conclusion of this study is this study highlights the crucial role of teachers in the implementation of the mother tongue based multilingual education here in the Philippines. Findings reveal that teachers' language ideologies significantly influence how they adopt, negotiate, or resist the policy. While some teachers fully accommodate the use of the mother tongue, others strategically integrate English and Filipino due to perceived challenges in instruction and student comprehension. Some teachers resist the policy, arguing that English remains vital for academic success and economic mobility. So the research underscores and the social cultural factors affecting appropriations such as school dynamics, professional identity, and societal expectation. Given these complexities, the study suggests that policymakers should incorporate teachers' perspective into policy development to ensure more effective and sustainable MTBMLE implementation. So, by recognizing the teachers as active agents, educational reform can better align with classrooms' realities and support both language development and future opportunities for students. So basically, this study shows that teachers' belief greatly affect how the MTBMLE is used here in the Philippines. Some fully support using the mother tongue, while others mix English and Filipino or resist the policy, believing English is key for success. And it also highlights the need to include teachers' views in policies decision to better match classroom realities and help students language skill and future opportunities. So that's all for my case study research. So if you have a questions, just comment here on my Google Classroom or comment here on the video itself. So for the references, here is the references for my study. So you can search this study here in the Google. So it's basically free, and you don't need to pay for this study. So here is the references. Again, this is Jonel Hernandez Lanuzo from the SED 22E. So I hope that this video encourage and give you some deep knowledge about this study and this implementation of the mother tongue based multilingual education here in the Philippines. So that's all for my part. Thank you for listening. Bye, all.